Hey there, happy afternoon, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Oh my God, I'm eating sweet potato chips and I took a bite right before I pushed live. And I think I have a chip in my tooth. I do. I think I have some chips in my teeth. So, you'll probably see me like going, oh, I want to go, do I have anything in my teeth? But that would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? If I'm like asking you guys if I have anything in my teeth. So, I was sitting here eating sweet potato chips and just got back from a couple days camping with my kids and stuff. And I have like 15,000 topics bouncing around in my head. And at the same time, I have absolutely nothing to really say. And I was just like, I could talk about this, or I could talk about that. And it's just one of those days where I have a whole bunch of thoughts, a whole bunch of ideas coming in, and really nothing sticking. So I went, what is a great way of actually talking about something that needs to be talked about? And I went, oh, money, right? And I was like, oh my God, I sound like Cardi B in my own head. my daughter, she loves to play that song because she knows that it drives me crazy. But it's really, if you don't know what song I'm talking about, then definitely go look up Cardi B Money and listen to it. Watch the video. If you're above the age of 24, you'll probably go, what the heck? So yeah, hey morning Tom, morning Richard. I mean, actually afternoon, afternoon Richard, afternoon Tammy, afternoon Addison, Marcus. So yeah, so money is the topic, and I'm going to kind of just hit on a couple different things here. Money is important to all of us, right? Money is, I've been told recently, I have had a lot of hits from different people saying, oh, you only do things for the money. Oh, money's all that matters. And I think, where the heck are you guys getting it from? I do so much for free and give away so many different things that if I was in my profession just for the money, then I would be charging for every last drop of everything, and I would not be giving a whole bunch of free content away consistently every single day. Not to mention, you're never going to hear me really go, ooh, I made this much money, that's what I'm doing this for. No, I'm not going to say that. Why I do what I do is because of the testimonies that I get back. To see people's lives change is so beautiful. And on that note, there is this running little thing that I'm seeing with people where, I have worked with a couple different people in the recent past here, and they just want to know what the bottom line is. Like, what's that bottom dollar? What's the bottom dollar? How much money is coming in? How can I get to 5,000? How can I get to 10,000? Tell me how to get to this amount of money. And I go, what's your why? And they go, my why is to make the money, of course, because money is what I want. Well, what are you going to get from the money? Like, what is your why? Why do you want to make the money that you want to make? To live, to survive, to provide a lifestyle, to do the things that you didn't have the opportunity to do last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, to, feel secure, to feel comfort, to feel powerful potentially, right? Money offers us a lot of material reward, absolutely. We live in this world where money matters a lot. I mean, that's how we pay our bills. That's how we keep a roof over our head. That's how we have a car to drive. That's how we put food into our refrigerators. That's how we pay for our power and our water and the clothing on our backs, for, the connective times with our families, we go out, we go on dates, that costs money. We travel, that costs money. Healthcare costs money. Everything costs money. But we put such a negative spin, a shame on the money, it's basically a damned if you got it and a damned if you don't got it. Either side of the coin, you are damned and you are shamed for not being on the other side of the coin the way that somebody thinks you should be there. And here's the true topic of today's discussion. And please chime in if anybody has anything to say about this. But the true topic of today's discussion is control. It is all about control. And often why we want money is because it gives us some form of control in our lives and even over other people's lives. It makes us feel powerful in different ways. But it's not the money. It's the fact that we're all control freaks. We all want to create in some way control over our lives. And unfortunately, when we're trying to control our lives, that also means that we have this concept, this idea that anybody that is in our lives, that we have some sort of role to control them, whether we want to admit it or not. Think about it. Your kid misbehaves, what do? You go in and you control the situation. You go, no, I'm reprimanding my child. Well, you're controlling the situation. You get into an argument with your partner because they have done something or they're not seeing eye to eye. They're irritating you. What are you trying to do? You're trying to control the situation. You're trying to control your own environment, right? You see it where, all the time on social media, people will get upset with other people for posting something that they didn't agree with. They weren't in support of. They were like, well, you did that. That means it did. And what do they come back with? They come back with a statement of shame, a statement of guilt, a statement of, just something that will try to cut the feet out from underneath the person and shame them and what? Control them. Trying to get them to either do one of two things: apologize for being themselves, apologize for sharing what they're sharing wherever they're sharing it, or to completely change who they are to now fit in the cookie cutter version that this other person has of them. And there's many, many other forms of control out there. Those are just like probably some of the best ones for what we all end up experiencing, because if you have children or you have other people in your lives, you get into confrontation and you may go, no, I'm just trying to hold my boundaries. No, I'm just trying to get my point across. No, I just want to be understood. No. Ask yourself, truly ask yourself, what is the underlying reason for anything that you are saying, doing, or with another person? Is it coming from a place of love, authentic, unconditional love, or is it coming from a place of ego, of fear, of concern, of where you've been triggered, where your ego has to rise up, where you feel like you're under attack, even though somebody has not attacked you necessarily directly? And it's really important to get that through, because I work a lot with couples, okay? I work a lot with couples, and I hear this, two people coming to me, and they are saying exactly the same thing. They have very similar desires for their relationship. They have the same longings that they want in their relationship. They have all this different stuff, right? And guess what? Both party feels like the other is attacking them and that they want something opposite of what the other one does. And they come to me and they're like, but he said, she said, he wants, she wants, this is going on, this is going on. And they're mimicking each other. You know what I get in that? I get that what we have here is not, it is a miscommunication that has occurred because both parties are just sold out to trying to control their partner in some fashion or form. So much so that they can't even hear or see the truth that's right in front of them, and they are putting onto the other person what they think the other person is trying to say or do, instead of slowing down, hitting the pause button and going, all right, so this is what I'm hearing, this is what I'm seeing. Is that so? Is that so? And you know what? When we clear up the communication lines, whether it is with our partner, with our children, with our friends, with people on social media, whatever it might be, wherever those miscommunications are. Number one, yes, you risk the relationship, because sometimes people don't want it to clear up. Sometimes the ego has them so much by the balls that they're not willing to go into a mature space, an emotional maturity level, and go, all right, maybe I overreacted here. Maybe I jumped the gun here. Maybe things got a little bit too out of hand. Maybe it escalated a little bit too quick and I assumed something that wasn't actually there. Or they actually go, hey, maybe I am assuming something that's not there. Let's talk. Let's clear the air. Let's discuss this. Okay, so they might think that they are not assuming, or they might think that they're assuming. But unless you actually communicate and go, wait, and here's the personal responsibility piece and the letting go of the desire to control. Because when we control, what we're doing is we're grabbing a hold of something and we're squishing the life right out of it because of our desire to try to control it, to try to make it do what we want it to do. And when we try to squeeze the life right out of it, there is no room for understanding. There is no room for seeing. There is no room for love. There is no room for anything there. And somebody if the relationship, it means anything to you, take the higher ground and be the one to go, I'm not going to try to control this anymore. I'm going to actually do inquiry. I'm going to actually pause and ask. I'm going to actually try to open up the door to communication. I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to be like, okay, yes, maybe that triggered me, but I'm going to breathe into it. I'm going to go, what are you actually saying? This is what I'm hearing. How accurate is it? And when you come back and forth like that, the accuracy can be heard, or the disaccuracy can be heard. And then from there, you can re-communicate. And you can just communicate and communicate and communicate and point it down to what is actually being said. What is actually being said. And guess what? When you get to that level, what you're going to find is that two people, and we're just going to take two people. This could happen a lot more than two people, but typically it's two people. What you're going to find is that both people are having control issues. And when one just says, I'm going to just see where this goes, guess what you do? You do not lose your power. You actually gain a massive amount of power. And this person is losing their air, you could say, because they're squishing themselves so tight and got themselves so blinded. If they continue to do that, then what's going to actually happen? They're the ones that will end up losing in the long run. And when this person over here, who has opened up to the possibilities of, hey, maybe things aren't exactly the way I believe them to be, this person then opens up to lots of personal power and new ways of looking at things, and healing of relationships, and healing of understanding, and communication getting clear. So what does money have to do with that? Probably, right? Because that's the title of everything. Money, money, money. Money has a lot to do with it. Money is the one thing that we use over everybody in our lives. Absolutely everybody in our lives. We go, oh, what am I? Your ATM machine? Oh, I'm the one who pays the mortgage. Hey, the car's in my name. Hey, I'm the one who makes the larger income here. Hey, I'm the one who paid for the last trip. Hey, I'm the one who paid for dinner. I think that we should go Dutch. Let's go Dutch. We get so caught on money, and money is actually one of the things that can pretty much cause a ton of communication issues for us, because we allow money to be the primary relationship in whatever relationship it is, instead of the relationship being the relationship and the primary focus, the focus of love. So when we put that focus into the money instead of into the relationship, we pretty much put up a wall to the relationship, because we're trying to have more of a relationship with our money. We're making it the primary. And that means what? We're controlling through money. We're trying to control other people through money in one fashion or another. So today I encourage you to look at, what are some of the things that you say a lot? I mean, I know that I get huffy with my kids sometimes, and I go, what am I, the ATM comment? That is definitely my comment, because my kids will come to me and they'll say, Mom, I have a favor to ask. I have a question to ask. And instantaneously I go, how much is this going to cost me? Like, how much money are you asking for, right? So when we do that, there's these little statements that we say, there's these little feelings, these in our relationships. I want you to look at your top 3 to 5 relationships, and I want you to actually address the topics, the statements that you make based on money within that relationship, okay? And then I want you to look at those statements, and I want you to really truly ask yourself, when I use this statement of money in this relationship to this person, what is my true intent? What is my true message that I'm trying to get through to the other person? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from a place of love and connection, or is it coming from a place of ego and disconnection? Okay, which would also be control. Okay, and really just ask yourself that, because if you start to look at how you are using this particular topic, this particular subject within your relationships for control, you're going to be shocked, number one. And you might go, I don't do that. I don't try to control the people I love with money. Are you sure? Are you sure? Go do your homework on this. Find out, because this is one of the major communication blocks that I've seen over the last 12, 15 years of doing couples work And I see it in lots of different relationships, but definitely in couples work. So I definitely encourage you, whether you are single or in a couplehood, if you are a parent, if you are a sibling, if you are a child to somebody, it doesn't much matter. If you are in a relationship with 3 to 5 people that you say, no, I love that person, I have deep care for that person, I want you to go and look at your communication about money to that person and ask, where is my intent coming from? From love or from ego? And then if it's not coming from love, if it's coming from ego, how could I reword this? How could I actually get my statement through that I'm actually wanting to get through here and make it coming from love instead of from a place of control? Okay? And if you really want to take it a little bit further, ask yourself, why is it so important that I control this person at all? And what makes me think that I have any control over anybody else or anything else other than right here, what's happening inside myself? Okay, so there you go. There's a massive amount of journal prompts for you, a massive amount of work for you. But hey, it's Monday, and it's the start of the week. It's the start of a new week. It is the start of a new life for you if you make it so. And you can make it so, and you can move from ego and control and fear and doubt and worry into a place of authentic relating, a place of coming from your heart by just starting right here, right now. Okay, guys, what do I have coming up? You know what? I've been doing this because I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up, but I don't have any of it written up, so it doesn't much matter right now. So here you go. I've got one-on-one coaching going. That's what I got going on. I got one-on-one coaching going on because I always have one-on-one coaching going on. There is an awesome, anybody in the DFW area or can get your butts to the DFW area, August 10th, Addison Bell and I are teaching our my ninth, her 3rd or 4th year of O Camp, where we are focusing in on female sexuality. This is one of our hottest, I'm telling you, I mean hot as far as like, it is cram-packed full of amazing content. It is a beautiful educational workshop for men and women to learn about female sexuality. We are going to go through all the different kinds of orgasms that women can have. We're going to talk about safe porting a woman from her daily life into an orgasmic state. We're going to be talking about clearing out trauma from the female body. We're going to be talking about, exactly what it takes to get a woman out of her mind and into her body. We're going to be talking about sexually transmitted diseases. We're going to be talking about tips, tricks, and little, I guess you could say, little orgasmic hacks, you could call it. We're going to touch on tantric massage and touch points. We're going to have a little bit of a magic show probably, if energy allows it to be so. So we're going to talk a little bit about quantum energetics as well, and the tantric version of that. So you're going to get to see that. It is a massively intensive, beautiful educational workshop. If you've had any questions about female sexuality, if you love a woman and you want to know more about her sexuality and how to really please her, this is definitely the workshop for you. If you're a woman and you've had a lot of shame or trauma happen in your life and you're like, yeah, but that just kind of sounds kind of scary to me, well, this is the workshop for you. If you are a couple who wants to deepen your relationship and learn a little bit more about intimacy and learn about sacred space and the creating of it, this workshop is for you. It is one of my most favored workshops. Everybody always comes back. I love the testimonies from this workshop because everybody learns so much from it. So you can definitely go to my website. Link is in the comments section. If you are in the DFW area, Dallas-Fort Worth area, in North State, Texas, or someplace close, or can get your butt here for August 10th, we have room for about 40 people, and we are about halfway full right now. So make sure that you register today. Other than that, check out my events, check out my programs, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee right here. As always, stop existing, start living. You can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. Bye, everybody.